Good morning, everyone. I wanted to bring you the shed. Look, guys. The shed is pretty much all cladded in right now. We are going to paint. We have the paint, but guess what? It's been too cold. You have to have 50 degrees or above to paint. We didn't know that. So now we can only hope to get to a warmer day or two where we can get this shed painted. We're going to put a rain gutter across the back here. So that is the goal. This will be another major rain catch and we're gonna catch it onto this corner right here. And here's why. The garden's right there. So we will be able to water the garden. Or if we need the extra water for the household, it'll be here, it'll be available. But there are times in the summer when we needed water for the garden, we just didn't have the extra. This roof will provide us some extra water. So that is our goal for this. Yes, there's some finishing touches yet to be done, but at this point we can start painting if it warms up. We've even emptied, the horse trailer was full of the stuff that came out of the extra bedroom when our house guests came to visit us. That stuff is now in the shed already. So the shed is being loaded up with what it was intended for, storage and tools. And now the horse trailer is ready to have some hay put in it, and we're going to take the bucks to auction. We haven't been able to sell them, so our next revenue or avenue to travel is auction. We cannot continue to house them. We don't intend to house them through the winter because we're not going to use them for breeding with our girls this coming season. So we definitely have some changes coming to the homestead. Now, Jim and I have talked, and that's the outhouse here. It is not a hole in the ground. Nope. It's a composting toilet outhouse. That got filled with tools, so we're going to empty that next. And then that's going to be converted back to an outhouse for when we're outside working outside. And that's the goal for that. This shed has a lot of tools in it. This was a quick slap it together. It was a crate that I think Jim got from where he used to work. So this shed is going to be my garden shed. That way he has his shed, which is the big Mama Jamma shed, and I have my little garden shed, which I can store things like the frost fabrics, flower pots, garden tools, everything. And as you can see, it's not that far from the garden. And it's a big shed. This is probably 4 foot by, what do you think, 8 foot, Jim? About 4 foot by 8 foot shed. It's already got the door and the latch and the lock on it. So this is going to be the garden shed. Yes, it's going to get painted as well. There's a lot of things going to get some paint here, because paint, I think, will give us some longevity on preserving the wood. So let me see if I can give you a tour inside. Yeah, the girls are right there. Inside the shed. This is the other side of the shed, and you see we have a tree right there we had to work around. We have some gaps and stuff we have to cover. We have some things just to wrap up a little tighter, but keep in mind, this Tyvek is underneath all of it. So anywhere there's a gap in the wood, the Tyvek is an air and moisture barrier, our first line of defense. So let me see if we can get in the shed. Jim's working in there, so we'll see. All right, guys. There's the stuff that was in the horse trailer. You can see the inside. We got some shelving up. There we go. There's some shelving. Jim's playing with a old air compressor. The air compressor did die on us, so we had to get another one, unfortunately. But you can see everything's filled to the brim on this side already. But we did start sorting, and we are getting rid of stuff because some of this stuff we just will never, ever need again. So we're getting rid of it. It's just another phase of downsizing to a smaller home. And that's pretty much it. We did use pressure treated 3/4 inch plywood for the floor. So we did do that. It is pressure treated, right? Yeah, he thinks so. I hope so. That's going to be a work table for him. Instead of a full shelf, he's decided to cut the shelf down and use it as a workbench. And we're still in the process of getting the shelving units built and the wood put in, because some of that has to be replaced, because it was, for the price we paid for the shelving, those shelving boards were garbage, guys. Absolute garbage. They're particle board, and they warped and they broke, and it just was not good. We brought the good ones with us. We tossed the old ones that were no good. And we're definitely working towards a better shelving system. But that's the shed. And up here, as you can see, there's a piece of wood already up there. This is a little loft he built in to store things like PVC pipes, long pieces of wood that we don't have a purpose for, but we don't want to get rid of because it's good wood. You never know when we're going to come up with another project or need another shed or need framing for a greenhouse, because that is in the works in the next year or two. So there's a lot yet to be done here on the homestead. And you see, this is all open, and that's something we have to remedy. And we're going to be hanging our rain spout along that area too. So that's part of what's going to be blocking that from weather coming in. We're not going to be living in this, so I don't think it has to be totally dried in like a house would. And this is the doorway. We had a piece of old tarp. We cut it. We secured it. For now, that keeps rain out, and it actually keeps the wind out. The shed's pretty comfortable to be inside of. But the plan is we're going to build our own door, because we made the door opening wide enough to be able to have our arms full of stuff and be able to move in and out of the shed without hitting the framing of the door frame. So that's another project for another day, though. It's going to get done here fairly quickly, but just not today. Today we're still dealing with getting ready for a cold front coming in. But that's the shed update. It's been a long building process because, once again, we can only do a little bit at a time because of our backs and our knees and all the things that fail on you as you get older. But we're coming. We're getting there. We're getting there, guys. It's progress. Baby steps. All right, I'm going to do a quick video and let you see the girls. Yeah, I'll be right back with another video.